So today's video is going to be a little bit different from what I normally do. This is not necessarily going to be a gameplay video, it is going to have gameplay in it, but this video is going to focus more on a really cool program that I discovered very recently. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 3D NES emulator. Now, what exactly is the 3D NES emulator? Well, as the name would insinuate, it allows you to play NES games in 3D. I'm not even joking about that. It actually works. Basically, the way this program works is that it converts the 2D pixels of an NES game into 3D voxels. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, this is probably the coolest emulator I have ever seen. Like, I'm not even sure how this thing was made or how any of this is even possible, but you'll see in just a moment. So basically, I'm gonna open up this browser right here. So it basically works like any other emulator. You just select a ROM file and just simply open it up. So I do have a few ROM files right here. So for instance, we can open up Super Mario Brothers for the NES. And would you look at that? The graphics actually have depth and are in 3D. So essentially, the game's graphics have been converted from 2D pixels to 3D voxels. Again, I have no clue how this is possible, but this is all 100% real, and the game is fully functional, so we could be playing Super Mario Brothers right now. So, 3D NES works like a regular emulator, so basically you use the arrow keys to move around, you can press the X key to jump, X key basically functions as the A button, Z key functions as the B button, and yeah, we're playing Super Mario Brothers in 3D, guys. I honestly never thought I would see the day where I would basically be playing what was supposed to be a game made out of pixels in voxel form, basically. Yeah, this is... I'm not even sure what to say about this. Like, I really do not know how this is even possible, but this is just, like, mind-blowing. So yeah, it's basically Super Mario Brothers plays exactly the same as it. Only difference is that all the graphics are now in 3D. And another thing that is cool is that the game, or the emulator I should say, has camera controls. So basically if you left-click in the center and drag your mouse, you can rotate the camera. So you can just kinda look around the place right here. You can even look behind, so you can actually be playing the game from basically behind the scenery, although it is a little bit more difficult because it's darker. But still, this is Super Mario Brothers in 3D, guys, and I think I am gonna pause the game just so that the timer doesn't run out. So yeah, the entire game has been converted into 3D graphics. In fact, it even has shadows, if you look very closely. Yeah, there's even shadows in the game now, even though some NES games already had shadows, but they were basically 2D shadows, or basically 2D shadow sprites. So if you guys ever wanted to see what Super Mario Brothers, or the original Super Mario Brothers on the NES would look like in 3D, well, it's a reality now, guys. You can actually download this emulator and play Super Mario Brothers in 3D. You can also zoom in and out with the scroll wheel, so you can zoom in on Mario's face right here. Mario does look kind of weird, to be honest, especially from this angle. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. But, yeah, he looks kind of fat from this angle. Now, you can also configure the 3D graphics in the 3D NES emulator. I can bring up this option screen right here, so this is just the general options. Not really anything too much to say about this. But if you go into graphics settings, you can convert the quality, or you can change the quality from medium to high. Basically, high graphics, I think the only real difference is that there's, I believe, anti-aliasing, so it's just that the voxels look a little bit smoother, so I guess I will keep that enabled. And you can also select on certain objects as well, like Mario, for instance. So I have Mario selected right now, and I can actually change a whole bunch of things with Mario right here. So I can actually change his depth. Basically what that does is that, well, it changes the depth of his voxels. So if I set him to 1, wow. He becomes whatever the hell that thing is supposed to be. Okay, I was not expecting him to transform to that. Let's set it to 5. Yeah, so, this looks a little bit better right here. So, as you can see, Mario has a little bit of depth right here. Then you can set it to 10. He has even more depth, so basically he's comprised of even more voxels. I believe the default is 15. Well, it actually said 14, but I think it kind of, it changes depending on the frames. Yeah, you can also switch between different frames, although it doesn't appear to be doing anything right now. You can also edit Mario's separate sprites, and you can actually save the settings too. That's what Save 3DN is. So basically, if you make any changes to Mario sprites, you can save them, so that every time you play the game, Mario will appear like that. You can also change the Z scale. So if I select Mario and then set it to 10, yeah, he turns into that thing. I don't even know what to say about that, okay. This thing's kind of lagging a little bit, but yeah, he gets all stretched out, basically, and then you can actually play the game like this. So, hang on a second, I just unpause the game right here. Yeah, but he only appears like that for that frame, or that sprite, so I need to edit his other sprites if I want to get him to appear like that for the entire game, or basically his entire walk cycle. So yeah, that's a thing you can do. There's also an option called AS, which makes it so that Mario appears the exact same on all sides of his body. So if I just click on Adjust right here, yeah, he appears the exact same on this side, so he has overalls on his side, and he looks the exact same from behind as well, and on this side too. Okay, wow, you can actually see inside the pipe, which is interesting. But yeah, so Mario's basically wearing 4 pairs of overalls. I'm not sure how he managed to accomplish that exactly, but I don't know, somehow he did. So yeah, in order for all of these effects to actually take place, you need to click on the Adjust button right here. So that's the only way it can work. Delete, I have no idea what that actually does. It doesn't even seem to do anything. Okay, whoa, that's not what I wanted to do there. Okay, what exactly am I doing right now? Am I breaking things? I think I'm breaking things. Okay, I had to reset the game because for some reason it wasn't letting me edit Mario anymore. But you can also edit the pattern of the voxels that make up Mario. So I have a pattern selected here that says Char, or is called Char. So basically it makes Mario look like his old self, like his regular 2D self, made out of pixels, except he has depth. So he looks a little bit stretched out on the sides. You can also enable AS, which, okay, I guess AS doesn't actually do anything here if I have this pattern enabled. But from this angle, he just looks like his regular 2D self. You also have H cylinder, which just looks really weird. V cylinder, which is the default pattern, which still looks kind of weird. You also have cube and full cube, even though cube and full cube seem to be the exact same thing. But yeah, Mario basically looks like a cube, as you can see. Yeah, he just... There's like multiple Marios now. There's even a Mario head on top of him. There's just like 4 Marios balancing a Mario head on top of one another. And there's also a Mario head on the bottom, so he appears to be more like a rectangular prism than a cube, actually. But yeah, I don't really know what the difference is between cube and full cube. There doesn't appear to be a difference, actually. And one of the things that I find kind of weird about this emulator is actually the camera. Because the camera doesn't seem to work all the time. It's like, sometimes when I click on the screen and drag, the camera rotates, but other times it doesn't do anything. So the camera is really weird in this game. It seems a little bit buggy, if you ask me. But the fun doesn't just stop there, guys, because you can also select the layer that Mario appears on, so you can make him appear in the foreground like he normally does, or you can make him appear in the background, so you can actually make him hide in the bushes. So let me just actually select Mario right here. So now I think I can just disable this. So yeah, Mario's in the bushes now, just kinda walking around here. Although when he's actually walking, he does appear in the foreground, but when he stops walking, he appears in the background. If I wanted him to appear in the background all the time, I'd have to edit his other animations right here. But it still looks funny either way. So Mario looks like he's inside the hill right here, and just hiding in the bushes. So it still looks funny. And of course, Mario's not the only thing you can edit, because you can also edit the enemies. So you can make it so that all the enemies are stretched out now. Oh my god, look at that face, for goodness sakes. Oh, geez. Oh, okay. And actually, I think, yeah, that also edits the other Goomba down below. So I guess it just edits all the Goombas or something. Okay, what exactly is this going to look like here? What exactly is this going to look like? Hang on a second, let me unpause this. Oh my god. They're just like sweepers. They're like sweeper arms. Look at this. What is this, for goodness sakes? They look like logs rolling down. That's what they actually look like. My god, that's weird. Yeah, there's also the Koopas. Of course, the Koopas, you can edit them too. But, oh my lord. What is this? Okay, we're just jumping over logs now, I guess. Oh, goodness gracious me. Yeah, this is a really cool emulator, guys. It is a very cool emulator. So, yeah, as you can see, you also have the NES draw distance right here, so it doesn't actually draw the entire level. Like, you can't see what's ahead of you all that much. But there we go, we basically completed the level, and then the castle swallows Mario. So, yeah, it's still really cool. I mean, I wouldn't say it's perfect, because, yeah, it does kinda glitch out, especially with the castle right there, but it's still really cool, though. So, yeah. And actually, what does Fire Mario look like right here? Yeah, there we go. And you can fire the, fireballs. Actually, can I see right here? Yeah, even the fireballs are in 3D, guys. It's just so cool. Like, seriously, I would really like to know how this emulator was made. How is it possible that someone was actually able to create an emulator that can literally play NES games in 3D? Like, how was this made? I would really like to know. I'm very curious. The guy who made this is a genius. There we go. Now I can just fire logs at the enemies right here. Or fire logs at logs. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I just... This is ridiculous, but I love it. Now, as for some other options in this emulator, you can also switch the projection. You can switch from a perspective projection or an orthographic projection. So basically, you're looking at the game as you normally would, except it's in 3D. So it still looks pretty cool. Well, actually, hang on a second. Let me just adjust the camera here a little bit. Then orthographic. Yeah, so basically you're playing the game, but with some voxels right here. Some very obvious voxels. You can also enable the vignette, which, okay, I have to zoom in for this one in order for you guys to see it, but yeah, if you look around the edges, you can see a little bit of a vignette effect going on right there. You can also enable the chromatics, which looks really bizarre. I guess it's supposed to, like, simulate the effect of basically what it looks like if you were playing the game on an old TV, I guess. And you can also, yeah, you can also combine this with the analog effect, in order to make it actually look like you're playing this on a really old TV. And, wow, even all the sides are getting stretched out. And you can also enable grayscale if you want to play the game in black and white, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, but I guess, again, if you want to play it on an old TV. Actually, out of curiosity, what does this look like? I want to actually play the game like this. Okay, yeah, this looks really weird. Especially with the voxel graphics, but it's still so cool, though. This is, seriously, I would honestly say, guys, that this is, like, by far the best emulator I've ever seen. Like, this is just amazing. Like, I can't believe I'm even witnessing this right now. Like, this is actually real. It's not fake, it's 100% real, and it actually functions really well. It's amazing. Yeah, and there's also the piranha plants. You can actually, like, look inside. Yeah, they're coming out of, like, pretty much nowhere. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Now, of course, Super Mario Bros. Is not the only game that you can play on this emulator. You can also play Super Mario Bros. 2 on this emulator, although oh my god, what is going on with the camera? Yeah, but with Super Mario Bros. 2, it's a little bit weirder because the characters don't actually look like they're standing on solid ground. It kind of looks more like they're floating. And also, the camera is really wonky in this one. The camera doesn't respond to, like, anything. Yeah, but it looks like Luigi right here is just kind of floating. It doesn't actually look like he's, standing on this hill right here. Actually, I can take these things out. Yeah, here's the potion. I can still go in the door. The door is like a complete cube, which is really strange. Yeah, but I can still sort of play the game like this, though. I can just go back in, or not. Okay, never mind then. And just get out of here. Yeah, there we go. It's really hard to play this game from this perspective, though. So let me just... Oh, okay. There's a little heart. Give me the little heart then, I guess. But yeah, you can also play other games on this. What am I looking at right now, guys? This thing does not look like Luigi. It just looks like a mass of voxels, like a gigantic mess. Like look at the sides, for goodness sakes. This doesn't look like Luigi. I mean, it kind of looks like Luigi from this angle, but from this angle, if the camera will even let me rotate it, yeah, it just looks like. It looks like he has two sets of ears. The vine is even disconnecting. Like, the leaves are disconnecting from the vine as well. I don't even know. Like I said, this thing isn't really 100% perfect. You can also play Super Mario Bros. 3 on this emulator, although 3D NES seems to have a little bit of a difficult time trying to run it because it seems to lag quite a bit when I'm playing Super Mario Bros. 3 in particular, but there's Mario with all of his voxels again in his voxel glory. Let me just have a little bit of a camera angle right here. Yeah, so there's all the piranha plants as well, so yeah, everything's basically in 3D, although this one glitches out a little bit more because, yeah, all the different layers, and, yeah, I got some Zed fighting textures right there. Yeah, Zed fighting textures in an NES game. That's not a thing that happens every single day. Not something you normally see, but yeah, it's a little bit glitchier right here, with all the different layers and whatnot that are just kind of overlapping each other, and there's the leaf that I'm going to completely miss. Okay, yeah, there we go. There's Raccoon Mario. So, yeah, it's... Overall, guys, this emulator is really cool, and also, I cannot speak English at all. There we go, just get rid of that guy right here, so we can just go and complete this level very quickly. Yeah, even all these blocks are freaking out, too. Actually, there was a P-switch right down here, wasn't there? Okay, hang on. And in this right here. Okay, no, that wasn't it. Hang on a second. Hey! Okay, it was right in here. Yeah, there we go. And convert all these things into coins. Yeah, so even the coins all have voxels as well, so it's still pretty cool. It's still really cool. I don't know why they're going into the background, though. It's like things are randomly going into the foreground and the background and popping in and out. It's really strange, but like I said, this thing's not really 100% perfect, but I mean, it functions nonetheless. So, that's still really cool. That someone managed to actually get something like this functioning. Yeah, even the map is really bizarre. Like, you have just things randomly popping in and out of the foreground, too. Like, the level icons, for instance, and also Mario himself. Yeah, I got these things right here. The little hills in the background. They're just kind of dancing around, and yeah. It's not 100% perfect, although I will admit this camera angle right here looks pretty cool. So a couple other examples of games that are compatible with the 3D NES emulator include RC Pro-Am 2. So yeah, we have RC Pro-Am 2 playing right here on the 3D NES emulator, and it's kind of in 3D, at least that arrow is in 3D. But yeah, it's even more glitchy than the Super Mario Bros. Games because, yeah, the background's completely glitching out. It's like it doesn't know which layer to display the background on, or the hills, or anything. You can just kind of look around right here, so you can zoom in on this. But, even though this is all in 3D now, it still looks relatively flat. I mean, look at the RC car here, for goodness sakes. It can still rotate it around a little bit. Yeah, just keep spinning and winning. I don't even know what this is right here, but this doesn't even look like an RC car anymore. But, yeah, other than that, it still looks relatively flat, but still has some voxels. Then you have the tires right down there, and you also have the hills. Actually, kind of looks like I'm underneath the ground, and that's a tree right there. Yeah, this is a really weird perspective, and I can look at it from behind. There you go. Now I just have one gigantic tire that's just stretching out into outer space right there. Oh lord, what is this? Of course, Mega Man also works. You can just have Mega Man 3 right here. Wow, what is this right here? Mega Man just looks like a complete mess. He barely even looks like a human from this perspective, but it's still 3D, so just have a little bit of perspective right here, and then we can just start firing it. Oh geez, okay. Okay. What is going on right here? The ground is moving along with me. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to. Yeah, so it seems like this game doesn't really function all that well with the 3D effects right here. But like I said, it's not perfect, and not every game actually is compatible with this. There are some games, some NES games, that don't actually work at all with the 3D NES emulator, so the 3D effects are not compatible whatsoever. An example of a game like that would be Somari. Now, Somari is a game that I've played on my channel before. It's a bootleg game, and it does start up at first, but as you can see, it's just a black screen, and you can't do anything else after that. Like, you can press all the buttons on your keyboard, and nothing happens, so the game just crashes. So it doesn't seem like bootleg games are compatible with the 3D NES emulator. And the last game right here that I want to show off that does in fact work with the 3D NES emulator, although with kind of weird results, is the original Mother. Yeah, also known as Earthbound Beginnings, or at least that's what it's now known as in North America. Yeah, the original NES version of Mother 1 actually works on the 3D NES emulator, so you could even be playing this game in 3D. Although, again, it is really weird because, again, it looks like Nintendo is just kind of floating in front of the background right here. And also, I can't even move the camera around at all. See, the camera is so weird. It's like, it works whenever it wants to. It's so bizarre. Nintendo has a hole in his head. Actually, he has 2 holes in his head. He even has a hole in his body. What the heck, yeah, so it just looks really weird, and even the battles work, so I could just leave here for a moment. The lamp starts attacking me. Even the lamp has shadows, and so does Nintendo. It's really cool. So yeah, the battle screen right here, it definitely works. You can even look at it from behind if you want. So, yeah, it's still really cool, and we can just fight right here. We can just fight the lamp right here. And other than that, guys, that's all I really wanted to say about the 3D NES emulator. So, yeah, basically an emulator that allows you to play all sorts of NES games in 3D. Now, to be fair, not all of them are compatible with the program, or at least not yet, because it seems like bootleg games don't appear to work at the moment, but I don't know if maybe the emulator will be updated so that they do finally work. But there's certain NES games that are incompatible with 3D NES right now. They just crash when you try to load them. This is not one of them, however. So I can just attack this lamp right here. Yeah, I guess I can just go around and just kill these enemies while I'm ending the video off. But yeah, other than that, guys, that is the 3D NES emulator, and okay, yeah, double smash attack right there. Alrighty then. Smash Attack Madness yet again. But yeah, so the 3D NES emulator is really cool. It actually allows you to play NES games in 3D. You can even look at the NES games from behind. So if you always wanted to go like behind the scenery right here, you can. The only thing is that the camera is kind of a pain in the ass because it doesn't always seem to work, even though I am trying to drag it, and I just flipped Nintendo's house upside down, so there. Oh my goodness, yeah, the camera system in this game is kind of broken, or at least it seems to be a bit broken. But yeah, like I said, it works whenever it wants to. So, I think that needs to be fixed. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video here, guys, so if you want to go and download the 3D NES emulator and check it out for yourself, the link is in the description. It is a free program, although you can actually purchase it if you want. You can actually give money to the developer if you want to, you know, support him. And even though I did download this for free because I just wanted to, you know, make a video of the program, but I didn't really feel like purchasing it in order to do that. But I think you should definitely go and support the guy who made this emulator, because it's amazing. Like, it's amazing what this guy has managed to accomplish. This guy actually managed to create an emulator that can literally play NES games in 3D. Honestly, I think this is pretty much the only emulator that is capable of doing this. This might be like the first ever 3D NES emulator. At least I think it is. I don't know if anyone has tried developing something like this before. I have no idea, but definitely go check it out, and definitely go and support the guy. However, because this is an emulator, you will need to find some ROMs of NES games in order to actually use this program, and obviously I can't link you guys to websites that share ROM files, because that would be online piracy, which I do not support, but still, if you want to go and find NES ROMs, as I always say, Google is your friend. But don't come asking me for them, because I'm not going to tell you where to download them. But either way, definitely go and check out this emulator, because this is probably the most amazing emulator ever made. Like, my mind is just completely blown. Like, I don't even know how this is even possible. I really don't. But anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video I make. Later!